Captain Jace Rowan had repaired starship engines in every corner of the outer rim, but nothing prepared him for what he saw that night in the engine bay. The alarms had been beeping for 10 minutes, soft, strange beeps that didn't match any system error. At first he thought it was a power fluctuation. Maybe a coolant leak. Maybe a failing stabilizer coil. But when he stepped through the sliding metal doors, Jace froze. Someone was standing beside the core chamber. Someone, barely wearing anything. It was Aelira, his new alien Maid from the Lithari system. She had only been aboard the Star Runner for 3 days, quiet, gentle, almost shy. She usually kept her silver hair tied neatly, her crystal blue skin glowing softly in the hall lights. But now she stood in front of him with only a white apron tied around her body. Nothing else. The engine lights reflected across her skin, making her look almost unreal. And then she whispered, voice trembling. "Captain. I need your assistance." For a second, Jace forgot how to breathe. This had to be a joke. A prank. Something he was not ready for. But her eyes wide, bright, and filled with fear, told him something was wrong. Not romantic. Not teasing. Fearful. Assistance with what? Jace asked carefully. Aelira stepped closer. Something followed me onto the ship. Jace blinked. Something what? She swallowed hard. A creature from my planet. A shadow beast. It hides inside machines. And I think it entered the engine. Jace stared at her, confused. A beast? In my engine? She nodded fast. It can destroy the whole ship. It can melt metal. I came to warn you, Captain. But when I reached the bay, my uniform, she looked away, embarrassed. It dissolved. Jace felt cold. The creature dissolved your clothes? Yes, she whispered. It eats fabric first. Then electricity. Then metal. Then flesh. The beeping alarm behind them suddenly changed pitch, sharper, faster, more urgent. Aelira grabbed his arm. Please, Captain. We must find it before it grows. Jace pulled himself together. All right. But next time, wear something thicker than an apron. Her cheeks turned violet, her species version of blushing. I took the first thing I found in the laundry. He sighed. Okay. Stay behind me. But Aelira shook her head. No. It hunts from behind. Jace blinked. All right then. Stay in front of me. She slowly stepped ahead, her glowing skin lighting the dark corners of the engine bay. The engine core hummed loudly, stronger than usual, vibrating the metal floor under their feet. Something was inside the machinery. Something alive. Jace grabbed a thermal wrench from the tool rack, holding it like a weapon. Aelira's eyes scanned every shadow, her breathing quick and shaky. The deeper they walked, the darker the engine bay grew. The emergency lights flickered, then dimmed, then flickered again. Aelira whispered, voice trembling. It is near. A soft scraping sound echoed through the pipes above them, like metal claws dragging slowly. Jace raised the wrench. Show yourself. Silence. Then something black slipped between two coolant pipes, too fast to see clearly, but large enough to make the metal bend. Aelira gasped. It has grown. It lives on energy. The engine is feeding it. Jace cursed. How do we stop it? She squeezed his hand without thinking. We must starve it. Cut power to the engine, but carefully. If we do it wrong, the whole ship will explode. The creature moved again, this time behind them. A shadow. A blur. A low metallic hiss. Aelira shivered. It is watching us. Jace kept his voice calm. All right. Tell me the steps. I can shut the engine safely. No, she said softly. Only I can do it. My people know its pattern. But I will need time. How long? 3 minutes. Jace nodded. Do it. I'll protect you. She hurried toward the main control panel, bare feet tapping lightly on the metal floor. Jace followed her movement, keeping his wrench ready, eyes scanning the pipes. A sudden thud hit the floor behind them. Jace spun. Nothing. Another thud, closer. Illyra's voice shook as she worked. It is trying to scare you. It's working, Jace muttered. The lights flickered harder. A metal arm dropped from the ceiling, nearly hitting Jace. He ducked, rolling across the floor. A deep growl echoed around them, low, metallic, unnatural. Illyra cried, Captain. It is above you. Jace lifted his wrench, but a dark claw shot downward, scraping across the floor where he had stood 1 second earlier. He swung the wrench. It hit something solid, then the darkness moved away, melting into the shadows again. Illyra shouted, 1 more minute. The creature leaped to another pipe, bending it like soft clay. Sparks rained down. Jace kept swinging whenever he saw movement, but the creature was too fast, too unpredictable. Then, suddenly, the lights went out. Darkness swallowed the room. Illyra screamed. It is free from the engine. Captain, protect the controls. If it breaks them, we cannot stop it. Jace felt the floor vibrate as something massive moved toward the panels. He lunged forward blindly. His hand brushed against something cold, wet, alive. He swung the wrench with full force. A metallic shriek shook the bay. The lights flickered back on for 1 second, just long enough for Jace to see it. A creature made of living shadow. Long claws. No face. A body like smoke wrapped in metal fragments. Then the light died again. Illyra cried, 10 seconds. Hold it off. Jace planted his feet, breathing hard. He couldn't see it, but he could hear the dripping sound of its claws, getting closer to Illyra. 5 seconds. 4. 3. A hiss, hot breath right behind his neck. 2. Illyra shouted, Captain, down. He dropped flat. A blast of blue energy erupted from the control panel, Illyra's final command. A shockwave ripped through the bay. The shadow creature screeched, its body burning with light. It thrashed. It dissolved. It vanished. The emergency lights flashed back to life. Illyra collapsed to her knees, exhausted. Jace rushed to her. Are you hurt? She shook her head weakly. No, but the creature will return soon. They always hunt in pairs. Jace stared at her. There's another one? Her glowing eyes lifted toward him. Yes, Captain. And it knows you killed its mate.